Alright, welcome back to our Let's Pander of Hillary Clinton. Fun for the whole family, and please ignore the body in the room. This was our advisor before he started tampering in our political affairs. But we can make him go bye-bye. So let's make him go sleepy time. And someone cleaned up the dead body, and now it's gone. We can move on to our next turn, I think. There's really nothing to worry about. One thing I will do, I'll make another charitable donation to the Clinton Foundation. In fact, we should make multiple donations. I can't see why we don't, so. So liberal protesters are demanding that the government prohibit the sale of GMOs, citing environmental and human health concerns. They argue that the increased yields from these crops are not worth the risks. So should we ban them? Should we label them? Capitalists hate all those ideas. I think we should label them. That makes sense. But Hillary might think that this is the appropriate response. So thanks to our interference, the referendum has failed. The secessionists failed to capture a majority vote. The southern provinces remain a part of Basenji for the foreseeable future. The separatist movement has just been dealt a significant blow. So we really handed it to those religious minorities. What's going on now? We got a new intelligence report. Might as well check that out. Former head of Interfaith Alliance. Well, that's better than telling me that he's allergic to peanuts. So, you know, I'll give you some benefit there. You know, since my brother's not attacking us, I might as well just do something with my money. For how many turns though? 20 turns? I don't think we'll have that amount of time. Are these all 20 turns? 15, 10 turns. What's our loyalty look like? It's 61 points, so 2 turns until we have another set of volunteers. Let's, I think we'll save our money until then. A well-known American fast food chain wants to open its first franchise in the capital. There are concerns that Western consumerism will affect the moral fiber of our country. So we can forbid the corruption of our youth. We could allow the conduct of business. And this sounds like a Hillary thing to do, so let's do that. Man, I can't believe we're at turn 70. Game usually doesn't last this long. We could try to court the US again, but I don't think they're gonna give in to our demands. Huh. Well, we should keep pocketing money, because that will net us more experience. I mean, that'll help more kids and more starving families across the world. So yeah, that's our motivation here. Basenji Gazette has a long history of pushing its luck, but recently they have published several articles that are critical of the government. Could find the newspaper. Whatever we do, the liberals will dislike us. Arresting the officers is too harsh. We'll just give them a stern warning. Let's go read the Gazette. I get it. They're too afraid to post anything that's controversial. Oh my god, page rates are so high. Yeah, wow. We're dealing with a bit of a nationalistic fervor now. An American Predator drone has attacked a fundamentalist church in Kalshara. The drone does not appear to have ever passed over Basenji airspace. We received no warning of the attack and have no knowledge that their target had any strategic value. We could do nothing. We could do something. We could give military aid to our neighbor. That would piss the US off. Let's slightly piss off the US. Finally! Alright, Farouk, along with a contingent of disloyal soldiers, have marched into the Basenji National Legislative Assembly. Declaring a loss of confidence in your leadership, he is declaring our transitional government a failure, and unilaterally suspending our constitution by force. Armored units from the military, apparently loyal to Farouk, have rolled into Hema along with paratroopers, but we have no knowledge of exactly how many of our soldiers have pledged allegiance to Farouk. Close to the presidential palace, buses are being used as temporary barricades. For now, he does not appear interested in attacking this building. As of this moment, no blood appears to have been shed, but a state of emergency exists in Basenji. We appear to have time to retake the assembly, but need to first consolidate our own political influence before the public, and the international community gives him any credibility. So let's give a public speech and denounce our brother.
The Honorable Basenji people, my fellow countrymen and women, my beloved citizens. Earlier today, I received word that my brother Farouk declared martial law over the People's Republic of Basenji, illegally suspended our constitution, and declared all regional assemblies to be dissolved under no authority granted upon him. The aim of the Revolutionary Council was to establish a strong, united, and prosperous nation, free from corruption and internal strife. Farouk has perverted these goals in order to consolidate power around himself. As glorious leader and custodian of the traditional government, I declare that the actions of my brother and those soldiers who are following his orders are acts of treason, punishable by death. All traitors who surrender themselves to the army before 1900 hours tonight shall be granted amnesty. Our enemies are those that seek to keep the country divided permanently so that they can obtain power, and we will fight them with everything we have. I ask for your support at all times, so that our land, washed in salt by the Gulf, may be cleansed from this hostility, and that democracy may finally be brought to the people.
No applause. That's promising. So now we have our final event of the game, the Basenji coup d'etat. procure additional military units to increase the number of soldiers loyal to you. If you are ever able to meet one of the following conditions, click on it to boost your warfare attrition bonus. Or warfare attrition rate. Let's get the ones that aren't guaranteed. Liberal approval. Is it not about? Oh man. Okay. Let's give that one immediately the no disloyal ministers. And let's also get the Karifi voted to remain in Basenji. 70% military approval? Alright. Okay, that's good enough. Let's not do anything else this turn. Just reducing our attrition from casualties. Let's grab more soldiers and stuff. Let's grab a tank brigade. Let's grab more infantry. That should be good enough for this turn. Let's go to the next turn and see what happens. Karifi separatists are holding several patients in a rural hospital hostage. They're demanding $40 million and the release of 7 Karifi political prisoners. We'll send in our counterterrorism unit. Several hostages were killed by the Karifi separatists during the daring assault by our forces. So how does that affect the relations? It's not terrible. So as you can see, we're actually winning the war right now. And they're actually expecting significant casualties. So let's use our US relations to boost our attrition. So we'll only get some casualties. And we'll also get the Presidential Guard. Let's reduce casualties as much as we can. And we can't buy any more military. We're gonna boost the treasury for one turn. And then we'll bring things down immediately after. But I think this will be okay for just one turn. So the Basenji Gazette has published a highly critical editorial challenging our regime and embarrassing several key members of our cabinet. It would not be a stretch to consider this article a seditious act. We could have the article's author publicly executed, which would be horrendous. We're gonna do the thing that affects the liberals the most, because they're the only ones that really dislike us. And then we can work on the Basenji coup d'etat more. So let's see. So we're evenly matched in terms of infantry, and our approval rating is very high with the Patriots. So let's grab that. Alright, so a few casualties anticipated, and now all we have to do is buy another set of units. So let's do that. Let's go to the procurement officer. And I think we can actually win this. Oh boy. Alright, so I'm actually kind of confident about this, so I'm gonna throw the rest of my money in the in our charitable foundation, our Clinton Foundation. So let's throw some more money in there. And then we can go to the next turn and see what happens. So some people are quietly lobbying for Basenji to implement tax shelters for its wealthiest citizens. Doing so could sway some of them to throw some of their wealth and their support towards your regime. So we should be open to this, but expect them to become patrons, I think. Or we could just seize their assets. No, I think that's too aggressive for Hillary. So let's see here. Yeah, we're winning now, I think. Let's use the capitalist approval we have to beat down Farouk's soldiers. Save everything else. Let's bring down the tax rate. What can we do here? We got a pretty sizable army now. What we want to do is get more soldiers, I think. And that should be good enough to handle our situation. Let's see. Basenji faces a national health crisis. Obesity rates have been growing steadily higher ever since we introduced the first bacon double cheeseburgers to the capital. If nothing is done, our lifespans will shrink and healthcare costs will grow. Well, what we can do is we can implement a tax on unhealthy foods. Or we could let people make their own choices. Alright, so Farouk's coup failed. So it really was the military that pulled us through this, apparently. Oh, really? How so? What was tyrannical? What would you consider tyrannical? Me accidentally executing some accountants? Oh well. Let's check our final score. Oh man, that's skyrocketing. Oh, we did pretty well for ourselves. Oh, look at that. Alright, so this is the end of our Let's Pander with Hillary Clinton. And we managed to get free and democratic elections in the People's Republic of Basenji. So, yeah, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I know we didn't do any real military stuff or any special operations, but I wanted to make sure that we actually survived this campaign. And I was expecting it also to be much shorter, because usually Farouk declares earlier on me, like around turn 50 or something. But hey, we were very well prepared for what was going to happen. And I might come back and do like a roleplay of Trump. Not as a petroleum theocracy, but as something else maybe. Or I might do a long play to showcase some of the special projects. Yeah, and this is made by, I think, I'm not sure. I'll leave their name in the description, the developers for this game, because I want to get their name right. Yeah, like check this game out if you like kind of like strategy games. But they're not like super casual, but like you know, like not like massive like grand strategy games like a Paradox game. But for what this game is, it's really fun, and there's stuff you can do that we didn't get a chance to do. So anyways, thanks so much guys for watching. I'll come back with something else next time. See you guys later, and take care.